Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, we are back with another Valentine's treat. We are making a strawberry champagne cream cheese pound cake. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made it, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, I ask that you please take a moment, look down below, consider pressing that subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. Here we have the ingredients for the pound cake. Up first, we have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 3 cups of granulated sugar, 5 eggs at room temperature, 3 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature, 8 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature. We'll be using 1 tablespoon of this bourbon vanilla bean paste. We have 1/2 cup of champagne. And up next we have strawberry sauce. I did not make that in this video, but I do have a recipe. I'll leave that down below in the description box, as well as a link to the video when I made it. We started by preheating the oven to 300 degrees. So in the bowl, I have the butter and cream cheese. I am mixing until well combined, and then I'm going to go in with the granulated sugar. Once I add the sugar, I'll let the mixer run anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes until the mixture becomes nice and fluffy and lightens in color. Once the butter, sugar, and cream cheese are well combined, I'll next go in with the eggs. I add the eggs one at a time, and I like to wait for the yolk to break before adding the next. Once the eggs are well combined, I go in with the vanilla bean paste. I found this vanilla bean paste at Trader Joe's, really liked it, which is why I'm using it, but it is not necessary. You can easily use 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and it'll be just fine. Here I've turned the mixer off to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl to make sure everything is well combined. Once I turn the mixer back on, I'm going to alternate between the flour mixture and the champagne. So I add about 1/3 of the flour mixture, half of the champagne, another 1/3 of the flour mixture, the rest of the champagne, and then finally we'll finish with the rest of the flour mixture. Here I've turned the mixer off to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl one final time, again just to make sure everything is well combined. Here I have the pan I'm going to use to bake the cake. I'm going to start by spreading butter all around, and then I'm going to go in with some granulated sugar on top of that to coat the pan, and that is what will keep our cake from sticking to the pan as it bakes. Now I'm going to add the cake batter to the pan, and once I have all the cake batter in, I'm going to drizzle some of the strawberry sauce on top and then kind of swirl that into the cake batter. As I mentioned earlier, the oven has been preheated to 300 degrees. This will bake for about an hour and a half. I'll adjust that time as needed, but as always, I'll let you guys know exactly how long it takes in my oven when I remove it. Here's the cake after 1 hour, 35 minutes in the oven. We're going to let it hang out in the pan for about 15 minutes before turning it out onto a cake board. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started on the glaze. So here I have 2 cups of powdered sugar. To this, I'm going to add a splash of vanilla extract and then a couple tablespoons of champagne. And then I will go in with heavy cream and mix until I reach my desired consistency. When making this, it was a little too loose with the champagne and the heavy whipping cream, so I did end up going back to add some more powdered sugar to thicken it up a bit. That's a trick. If you make it too loose, you can always add more powdered sugar. If it's too dry, you can add more milk or whatever it is that you're using. Now that this is the consistency I want, I'm going to set this to the side and start working on some decorations. Here I have a silicone heart-shaped mold. I am just going to add some of these cream cheese chips that I have melted into each of the cavities. I had about a half bag left and I added about a tablespoon of coconut oil and I melted in the microwave in 30-second increments. I would just remove it after every 30 seconds and stir, and I did that until it was completely melted, and it needed no more than a minute. So I'm going to fill each of these cavities and then I'm going to place them in the refrigerator so they can solidify. So here I have some fresh strawberries. These have been cleaned and thoroughly dried, and what I'm going to do is remove the hearts from the mold. I'm going to add a dollop of the melted chocolate to the back of that, and that will be used to get the heart to stick to the strawberry. Now that we have all of the individual elements completed and the cake is cooled, we're going to go ahead and start to put it together. I'm going to start by spreading the glaze on top of the cake. Next, we're going to go in and place the strawberries with the hearts on top of the cake. And here I have some fresh strawberries that I have diced that I'm just going to go ahead and place those in between the whole strawberries. Now I'm going to go in and drizzle some strawberry sauce on top. I'm not covering the whole strawberries with the sauce, just the spaces in between. We've made it to the end of the video. Here we have the finished product, our strawberry champagne cream cheese pound cake. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, leave them down below in the comment section. About this cake, my family loved it. It was really good. I can say, as far as the champagne is concerned, the champagne that I actually put in the cake batter must have like baked out as the cake baked, because I really didn't get much of a champagne flavor from the cake, but the champagne flavor does definitely come through in the glaze. So if you want to give this recipe a try and you want to make sure you taste the champagne, I would definitely suggest adding it to the glaze as I did. You may want to alter the recipe a bit to add a little more to the cake batter, although I'm not really sure if that would make a huge difference or not. But you could also brush some champagne on the cake once it is already baked and cool, and you'll definitely get some more flavor that way. But all in all, we really enjoyed this cake. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button before you leave. While you're here, I ask that you also please take a moment, look down below, consider pressing that subscribe button, join our family, come back for some more recipes. As always, I thank you so very much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.